Erie Racing.
A couple of my friends, I'm trying to remember their names, that did stock car. And I'm thinking, geez, we got the stadium up here, all right? I said, wow, they got the track, the football field. So I went, saw at the school. I said, I'd like to run stock car here. I said, for the summer, all right? And starting I think I started in May until they started school, all right? And they said, yeah, and we made a deal. Made a deal with the concessions, all right? I was charging $2, I think I remember then. I was getting 10,000 people. I mean, I'm putting 5,000-6,000 a week in my pocket. And that was before I was born. So, you know, that kind of money, I mean, I cleaned up. I mean, I cleaned up. I ran 2 years, and then the second year, the school, they said, you can't do it anymore. Why? You're doing too much damage to the walls. I said, I'll pay. No, can't do it anymore. But I did 2 years of it, and I raced the big racer there. I raced, come on. Give me names, racing. You don't know, out of it.
Tom Dill? But Tom Dill was one of them.
No, wasn't Tom Dill. I know Tom, no.
Mobilia?
No.
Joe Mobilia?
Come on. This guy's, his son, he and I hated. We hated each other, had a big feud, and I barred him from the track. I barred him. And his father raced in the Indianapolis 500. The only guy from Erie that ever did that I'm aware of. And I wouldn't let him, all right? And it made headline stories, all right? And, you know, we nearly came blow to blow, all right? Gene Cuneo, sports editor of the Erie Pa, calls me, and he says, Don, look, he says, you can't bar him. He said, well, you just can't, you know? And I know you don't like him. I said, Gene, I'll tell you what. I said, I'll race him, he and I. If he beats me, I'll let him back on the track. I'm going through this.
That's
so we set out.
Right there.
No, you couldn't get in the place. You could not get in the place, all right? You couldn't get in. So, and it's just he and I. And I think we're doing, I forgot, 8 laps, 10 laps, whatever it is. Let's just say it was 10 laps. I think it was 10 laps. The place, now, we're doing the other races, and we're the final race of the night, all right? And I had as many, I mean, half of the people loved him, or maybe 70% wanted him back. But there were people that didn't like this guy. Come on, Connie, shit. And we start, all right? And I was practicing, and there were a couple of guys that, well, were, I'd never ridden stock car. I goofed them. And we take off, all right? Not only did he lap me once, he lapped me twice.
8 laps.
And it was now you got it. Now it's all over, and he pulls up to the to the end. I stop here, okay? I don't pull up to the end. I stop here, all right? And he gets out first, and he's facing me, you know. And I pull up there, and I get out, and everything is dead quiet, all right? And I'm like this. And I start walking toward him. I mean, you can't hear, and I'm walking. And he's looking at me, all right? And I know in the street I can beat him. There's no ifs, ands, or buts in him. And I'm walking. And boy, and we're getting closer and closer, and again, and all of a sudden, and I put my hand out. It made the papers like
man.